Hi YouTube. All right, taking you to work today and we're gonna pump together. Let's do this. All right, before we get set up and ready to pump, let's make sure we use the restroom because there's nothing worse than having to pee while you are pumping, and wash your hands really well. So next, after the restroom stop, go to the fridge and I grab my Jujube fuel cell. That's my little cooler. And then I grab my pump parts. I don't wash my parts in between pumping sessions. I just store them in the fridge. All right, now we're back at my desk, and before the first pump session of the morning, I always clean it off with a clean wipe. If I haven't washed my hands, I'll use some hand sanitizer. And then I take a baby wipe and I put one on each leg. That way, if milk drips, it drips onto the baby wipe and not my clothes. And then when I take off my breast shields, I have something I can quickly wipe myself off with. Then I turn on something on YouTube, usually The Graceful Life, Pretty and Peak Mama, something from Shalene Johnson, Ellie and Jared, Katie and Cullum, one of my faves. Then I hook up my tubing. I turn on one side first, and then I put the other side. I turn it all the way up and put on the other side. I couldn't do that at first, but I can now. And then I make sure I hold my brush shields the whole time. I kind of hold them in between two fingers, and then the rest of my hand I use to really press that brush shield really firmly against myself to make sure that I have good suction, and that way I can kind of control the angle, because sometimes a different angle will get more milk out. And again, I'm just pressing them super tightly. At first my hands would get really sore, but now I've built up the muscles and I'm used to it, and it only takes me about 10 minutes to pump this way. And again, I'm just really holding both of those brush shields really firmly against myself, and that really helps me to get the milk out quickly. While I'm pumping, I try to think about my baby and how blessed she is to get to spend time with her grandma, and just how blessed our family is that we have provision. And I try to be thankful instead of being sad that I'm away from my baby. I just try to be really thankful for everything that we have in our life. And that's how I kind of get through the day. It can be rough, so I really suggest that you're connected with a breastfeeding support group, and you have an awesome partner and friends that support you while you're breastfeeding, pumping at work, because it can be difficult to be away from your baby. After about 10 minutes, I'm always checking in to see how much milk is coming out. And after about 10 minutes, when there's nothing coming out, I still let it go for a few seconds, not too long. And I make sure that I get every good drop out. And the first thing I do is I take off, usually one of my sides finishes first. So what I do is I unhook the tubing from the pump at the Medela pump station from the back of it, and I plug up that side, so whatever side needs to finish, it can get full suction, and I can kind of massage out the rest of the milk, and that kind of helps me to get out every last drop. So again, you can see I took off the breast shield, I wiped myself with a clean wipe, and now I'm plugging up the other side so my left side can finish pumping, and it's getting tons of suction. So since I've already cleaned off my right side with the baby wipe, I kind of lay out the baby wipe on the desk, because I'm going to use that to set up all my pump parts, so I can get the milk either condensed into one bottle or into a bag. All right, I got out every last drop. I'm going to clean myself off, and I'm going to wipe off my brush shields and holster myself back up. All right, so at this point, I'm sorry you can't see right here, but I'm unplugging the tubing, and I'm turning my pump back on, and that's because I do get some condensation in my pump when I do both sides. So then I just let my the tubing hang from the pump, and I turn the pump on, and that kind of helps to get the condensation out. So I took up the top part of the pumps, and I'm letting them sit on those baby wipes, and now I'm condensing the milk into one bottle and putting the top on, because I will be taking that puppy home with me, and I put that right in my fuel cell. In my fuel cell, I use the Medela freezer, like it's curved like a bottle, and I also got these other ice packs off Amazon, and they're like sandwich thin, and I put one on the bottom and one on each side, so the milk definitely gets like packed in my cooler and stays nice and cool. So here I'm just inspecting my tubing, making sure there's no milk, it's just condensation, and I am looking really closely. I'm always confused. Is it condensation? Is it milk? And I'm pretty sure it's condensation. From one of my breast feeding groups, it sounds like it's a pretty common issue. I'm not the only one. So I'm going to turn my pump off, and I'm going to put my pump parts back in a plastic baggie. This one is definitely going to be a dirty baggie, but yeah, you can see I use the clean wipes, the baby wipes, to wipe off my desk. You don't want everything smelling like milk. So those I'm going to take home to clean, and I wrap up my tubing and I put it in my box that I keep at work. So I do have a set of tubes that I keep at work and one I keep at home. And then I'm going to wrap up my pump to take it home with me. Let's go through my box of tricks. All right, first thing we got is Earth's Mama nipple butter, and this was really helpful when I first started pumping, and I coat my nipples and the breast shields with that, and it would help with the pain. Here's Medela quick steam bags and the Medela clean wipes, and I've never used either, but I have them just in case I need them. I keep this jujube thing full of those white discs that go on the Medela pump. I keep some hand sanitizer and some baby wipes. Also, I keep some extra freezer storage bags and some extra bottle caps because I'm always forgetting something in the morning. So let's get those moved out of the way and packed back up. The other thing that I keep is those Costco clean wipes I'm going to show you in a second to clean off the surface of my desk. And I also keep some gallon storage bags. And those gallon storage bags you can use if you do forget your bottle or your freezer storage bag. Those come in handy. And the other thing I keep is a whole nother pump. This was given to me by a friend, a hand-me-down. I don't use it regularly except for emergencies, and I have it if I forget something from my pump, and I keep everything so I'm good to go. Hi friends, thank you so much for watching and joining me at work while I pumped. I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you have any questions or need some advice or encouragement, feel free to connect with me. I'd be honored to answer your questions for you. And if you are currently shopping for Medela pumps and you're looking at the pump and sale or the free style, feel free to check out my other video comparing the pumps. I'll have it linked up here for you, so you can click right up there and watch that video. And again, if you need any support or encouragement or have questions about pumping at work, I would be so honored to answer those questions for you. So please leave me a comment down below if you would like to connect. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.